She sat in the back corner of Mrs. Green's ninth grade English class, silent, unnoticed, and, to most, invisible. She was the girl who wore oversized sweaters even in spring, kept her eyes on her notebook, and never raised her hand. If you walked past her in the hall, you'd barely notice her. That's how Emily liked it. Quiet meant safe. But sometimes, even the quietest corners aren't quiet enough to hide in. Emily wasn't just shy, she was surviving. At home, life wasn't easy. Her mother worked double shifts at a local diner, and her father hadn't been in the picture for years. She learned to be strong on the inside, even if the world never saw it. But high school doesn't reward quiet strength. It preys on it. And no one preyed more than Kylie, the popular queen bee with a cruel smile and a following of girls who laughed on command. Kylie had it all: looks, charm, and a sharp tongue she used like a blade. That morning, the class was buzzing with energy. Prom was coming up, and Kylie's latest drama with her boyfriend was the talk of the room. Emily sat still, sketching quietly in her notebook, headphones in, drowning out the noise. Until they noticed her. Kylie walked over with two girls, Tessa and Brianna, right behind her. Emily could feel the tension as their shadows fell over her desk. Well, Kylie sneered, look who thinks she's too good to talk to anyone. What are you hiding under that hoodie, Carter? Emily didn't respond. She kept her eyes on her notebook. Her hand trembled, but she stayed still. And then Kylie reached out. With a smirk, she yanked Emily's sweater from behind, tearing the neckline of her shirt underneath. The sound of fabric ripping echoed louder than any voice. The class fell quiet. Emily gasped, holding the torn shirt to her chest. Her cheeks flushed a deep red, her eyes wide with shame and shock. Some kids laughed, nervously, awkwardly. Others just stared, frozen. But Emily didn't cry. She didn't scream. She stood up. What happened next no one expected, not even Emily. Something snapped inside her. Years of silence. Years of taking it. The long nights she spent alone, the whispered prayers she made just to get through another day. It all erupted at once. With tears brimming in her eyes, not of pain, but fire, she took one deep breath, and kicked the metal desk in front of her with everything she had. It slammed against the wall, loud enough to make everyone jump. Gasps. Silence. Even Kylie stepped back, stunned. Emily's voice, though shaky, rang out across the room. You think I'm weak because I'm quiet. Because I don't fight back. But you have no idea what I've survived just to sit in this chair every day. You don't scare me. The class remained still, no one daring to speak. Kylie blinked, speechless for the first time. Emily grabbed her bag, clutched the torn part of her shirt, and walked out. That afternoon, something changed. The school counselor, Mrs. Turner, found Emily sitting behind the gym, hugging her knees. She didn't say much, but the tear stains on her cheeks said enough. Mrs. Turner didn't ask questions. She simply sat beside her. The next day, Kylie was called to the principal's office. Several students had come forward, finally. The incident had been recorded. The school took it seriously. Kylie and her gang got suspended for harassment. But that wasn't what mattered most. What mattered was what Emily did next. She came to school without her hoodie. She walked in wearing a simple t-shirt, her shoulders straight, her eyes forward. The whispers followed her, but they were different now. Not mocking. Respectful. Curious. Some students came up to her. Hey, what you did yesterday? That was brave. Emily, I'm sorry I laughed. It wasn't funny. Even Kylie, days later, sent her a stiff apology, through email, of course. Emily didn't want revenge. She didn't want to be feared. She just wanted to be seen for who she really was. Over the next few weeks, she joined art club. Started talking more. Made a few real friends: Anna, a kind-hearted girl from math class, and Lucas, who had once been just another quiet face in the hallway. They bonded over their love for sketching comics and talking about things most people ignored. Emily wasn't popular. She didn't need to be. She was respected. In the end, Emily taught everyone something powerful. That strength isn't loud. It doesn't always punch back or shout. Sometimes, it's a quiet girl standing up after being torn down, kicking a desk not out of rage, but out of finally being done with being invisible. And from that day on, no one ever looked at Emily Carter the same way again. Not because she was broken, but because she refused to stay silent. Final message. The quiet ones often carry the heaviest battles. Be kind. You never know who's stronger than they seem.